Hey traders, it's Nolan from Trade and Train. This is what we're going to call our Monday movers. I'm going to try and record a video for you on Monday and on Friday actually, called Flashback Friday. But Monday, what we're looking at, potentially for the rest of the week, and what price action we'll be looking at on the charts of interest. So I'm going to start off with Euro. Euro's in this descending channel, as you can see. Let's get into the smaller time frames. We had this double top pattern here, okay, and that's when we saw a change of cycle. Okay, we had the high, low, equal high, lower low, and then we were looking for the next lower high to potentially get in the trade, and that's exactly what we did actually. And we sent the analysis out, or trade idea if you like, on Friday, so you might have caught that actually. So if you did, well done. But you saw support here, okay, so let's just move that down here. Price came back into this area, okay, it was support, broken, retested, and we saw a movement to the downside. We saw this rejected, so this previous support had become resistance, which is a kind of standard thing that we'd look for in trading. So if you caught that move, well done. So what are we looking for now? Well, let me just put the daily chart on. And let's use a horizontal line. Yeah, about there. Well, horizontal line there, and let's draw another one. I'll show you why I'm drawing these lines. Okay, can you see that price on this daily chart, when it gets into this area? I mean, we could have drawn, I suppose I still could have. We could have drawn a little box area if you like, but as soon as it gets into this area, it's finding resistance. This was the area, this was previous support, okay. So we're also getting, if you look carefully, can you see roundabouts here? Support, 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 support. Broken here, I know, but it's still an area here of support, resistance, support, support. So I think the price could be making its way back down to this kind of 1.1 zone area, okay, where we could potentially see a rejection. And maybe we'll see this 1.108 tested again, okay. So look out for that. So if that is the case and that does play out, then potentially we do have still have another move down. So if that's going to play out, what would we be looking for ideally? Well, it might not happen. I was looking for actually a pullback to kind of test this area here. Can you see on the smaller time frame, it was support, support, broken. It would have been really nice, we still might, who knows, if price comes back into that area there to test it, and then we see that rejection. So look for this kind of area, which is about 1.10, anywhere from 1.05 to 1.1055, I would say. Look for a pullback into that area and look for a rejection candle to sell back into 1.10, and then from there potentially looking for a buy setup, a nice big bullish candle, something like that, or some kind of reversal sign, and we could come and test that 1.108 area again. So Potentially euro dollar short back into 1.10, but hopefully we're going to get some kind of pullback here, and we can get in the market. We've already traded this short. We actually closed it on Friday, but it'd be nice to be able to get back in again and trade it to the downside. So look out for that on euro dollar. Cable. Let's have a look at cable. Let's zoom out, okay? So cable had this kind of change of cycle. You could see this down move here, and then we saw the cycle change, okay? So where do you want to draw your trend line from? There. Trend lines are very subjective, so you could even draw your trend line from here. But you know, either way, we've seen the breakout, pullback, impulse. I mean, this is very impulsive move. You can see very strong candles, hardly any pullback in there whatsoever. So to me, this looks like a consolidation or a pullback. I mean, more of a consolidation really, before another move to the upside. That's what it looks like to me. We've had the impulse to the upside, a correction, next impulse up, quite a big impulse. So I would expect this correction to take a bit more time, to be honest with you. I may even pull back a little bit more. So what price is doing at the moment, it's kind of consolidating. I'm looking for this eventually to break to the upside, okay? But right at this moment in time, it's in a consolidation. So how can we trade that? Well, certainly there was an opportunity this morning, potentially. You can see support there, support there. It opened, I think it might have gapped. I think we might have seen a gap in the market. Did we see a gap when it opened up? Doesn't show it on this. It showed it on my broker, I'm sure. But we've seen support here. Now, if it does drop below there, then you know we've got this kind of area here. If price drops back into that area, then potentially look for a buy setup. Okay, because it's been finding support there. I do apologise. The bigger move is to the upside. Okay, we've had that big impulse to the upside. It's a consolidation now, so I do like buys on cable. But I'm interested in buying when it drops down into a nice area of support, and this area here is proven to be a nice area. So if price comes back into this area here, don't just buy it, okay? Don't just buy it. Wait for some kind of price to agree with the analysis, and some kind of rejection candle or change of cycle on the smaller time frame. It could be a little box range going on at the moment if you look at that. So you could trade it back to there, and then that might be the one that breaks out. So look out for that as well. That's still, if we look on this 4-hour time frame, it's actually looking nice potentially for a sell right at the moment, because we've had this support here, support, broken. Really nice if that came back into that area to retest. Look for a sell setup back into this area here, then I'll be looking for buys. I think it's upside longer term, but there is opportunity to sell as well. Okay, so I'll potentially be looking for this area here. Round about, it's a big number actually, 1.29 or just under it. Price could pull back into that area, look for a rejection, boom, sell it back into this area here. Or if you want to be a little bit more cautious, you could trade it into this area. You could say this was a fake out, we've got support there, maybe take your money off around about that level there, around about the 1.28 level. So potential there on cable. have a look at, there's a couple of Kiwi pairs of interest actually. Kiwi Swiss. Yeah, Kiwi Swiss got this nice descending trend line drawn out, okay? Again, looking for support and resistance. You can see here that we found support. So it would make sense to watch that area if price comes back into it to see if it becomes resistance, okay? So it's a bit choppy, got to admit. It's very it is slowly moving to the upside, as you can see. The lows are getting higher and the highs are getting higher. It's very choppy though. Can draw a trend line there as well. So look for price to come into this area here. Okay, it's kind of 0.6426 area, maybe actually 0.642, we'll call it that, a nice big number. And then look for a rejection, okay? It'd be great to have, if you're an end of day trader, a candle like this maybe, which is a bearish engulfing bar. You can see the rejection, price tried to push up, sellers came in, ended up closing, and it's an engulfing bar, meaning it engulfed the previous candle. In fact, it engulfed the previous two candles according to this. That's a real strong sign that the market's going to go down. So look for rejection around this area on New Zealand dollar Swiss. Possibly, a little bit more of a push up before that happens though. So I don't think the trade's ready at the moment. Certainly, looking at the 1 hour time frame, we're still making higher highs. Don't seem to have made any change of cycle. So just keep your eyes on that, because that could be a really nice trade if we do get that rejection from this area up here around about 0.64200. There's another Kiwi pair I like, Kiwi Yen. It's kind of the same thing really. We've got that similar trend line going on. That kind of thing there. Admittedly, there is a bigger trend line. You could draw that one like that. But right at this moment in time, the daily is sitting on this trend line. It's almost in a little box range actually. As you can see, we've got this going on. So, right at the moment in time, I'd be looking for. I do trade box ranges, so potentially looking for a sell there. Okay, does look to be rejecting, but buyers, sellers. So this could be actually rejecting this area here. So potential sell setup going to be coming later today, maybe. But otherwise, if you're looking for bigger term, you could look for a solid breakout of the top of this box range if you want to go long, or if you just want to wait for a breakout of the bottom of this box range to go short. But it is right at the trend line, so it is interesting. We could see that trend line resistance, so we could see this have unmoved to the downside. I do like the idea of Kiwi Swiss short. So is that going to be more Kiwi Kiwi weakness? The thing is, we've got there's risk off and risk on. Okay, there's a risk on and risk off situation, which you have a Google to find out what that means. But it kind of means that the markets, if they're kind of unsure of the markets, they like to buy safe havens. If there is, if they are unsure about, it's all to do with the US and China trade deal at the moment, which is kind of up in the air. There's uncertainty about that, which means that the market is looking to buy safer options, which are gold, normally yen. the Swiss franc. So we might actually see that carry on. It happened last week, so we might see, you know, yen bought this week as a safe haven, gold. So that could actually, if we do see that Swissy strength and yen strength, that could push Kiwi Swiss, Kiwi yen to the downside. So look at both of these, okay, because they're both at the trend line, and if we do see those safe havens being bought, gold, Swissy, yen, then we could see downside, okay. So just keep your eyes on those. So talking about safe havens, we'll have a look at gold as our last chart. If I can find it for you guys, there we are. Yeah. So weekly chart. Weekly chart is bullish. Okay. Impulse correction. Looking for actually looking for this to move to the upside, but have we got a setup? Okay, just in line with this weekly trend. You can see right at the moment in the correction we are making lower highs, lower lows. We could draw a trend line in here potentially. Remember, trend lines are subjective, okay, but just because I've drawn in these, you might see a different trend line. So you know, neither's right. Neither's right or wrong. You can't say, well, my trend line's better than yours or anything like that. It's just subjective. Hourly. See these lows here. Potentially on the hourly, it's finding trend line support there, support there, support there. We might see some form of up move now. Okay. I mean, I personally like gold to the upside, but because of that weekly price action, so we could see that. We could see a rejection, or we could actually see it break out. But what I would say to you guys is maybe look for the break of this here, or a change of cycle. Look for a breakout. We might not get this, but I do like gold long, but I need to see the price action as well. So you could look for the breakout or a nice big solid candle, preferably a pullback, and then a move to there, and potentially that could be the one that breaks out. But I do like gold long, but I will be waiting for the right price action, okay? Just delete that. So, I've got anything else to say on gold? Let's have a look. Almost looks like, yeah, I mean, this is pretty nice when you look at it like this. It's almost like it's a flag pattern, but it's squeezing. Can you see the price is kind of squeezing? So at some point, I mean, this could actually make a new low. But then if it did, I'd really be looking for that move there, or at least that move there. At the moment, I'm really only interested in buying gold, but I am waiting for the right setup to come along. So, looking for gold longs, whether they will appear, who knows? But looking for gold longs this week. Looking for euro potentially today. Little pullback into this 1.1051 up to 55 area. Look for that if you get that. To sell back into this 1.1 area, and then potentially another long. We've got Kiwi, Swissy and Kiwi yen to keep our eye on. Where are we? Yeah, nice little area on Kiwi Swiss. to watch for rejection. Kiwi yen potentially rejection as well, and gold again potentially looking at safe havens to be bought like they were last week. Looking for the safe havens to be bought again this week unless the market changes its sentiment. So I'm looking for buys on gold as well, or we are trade and train, I should say. So I hope you enjoyed that analysis. Any questions, you can drop them in the comments. I'll put a link in as well we send out free analysis pretty much every day. We have a Telegram channel, so if you're not in that, then please join that, and you'll be getting free analysis and free stuff straight to your phone. We've also got a Black Friday offer on at the moment, which is in the Telegram channel, so have a look at that. You might be interested. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another video very soon. Take care. Bye for now.